Hello, good morning students. How are you? I think you are quite well. Today I will discuss numerical based on laws of motion. Our first numerical is determine the maximum acceleration of the train. Determine the maximum acceleration of the train in which a box lying on the floor will remain stationary, given that coefficient of static friction between the box and train's floor is 0.15 and value of acceleration due to gravity is 10 meter per second square. Coefficient of static friction mu s, it is given that 0.15 and value of g, this is 9.8 meter per second square. Determine the maximum acceleration of the train in which a box lying on the floor will remain stationary. We know F is less or equal to mu s into r. Mu s is the coefficient of static friction, and according to Newton's second law of motion, F is equal to ma is less or equal to mu s, and normal reaction balances the weight of the body, which is equal to mg. Cancel m from both sides. A is less or equal to mu s into g, and what is the value of mu s? A is less or equal to 0.15 into g. The value of g is 10 here. The value of g is 10 meter per second square. Then it become A is less or equal to 1.5 meter per second square. This is my first numerical. We know mu s, coefficient of static friction, is equal to F upon R. This implies F is less or equal to mu s into R. Now we will discuss next question, next numerical. Second numerical is our second numerical. First we draw the diagram of the second numerical. This is a wheel and this is a string and a trolley. This is a trolley whose weight is 20 kilogram. Its weight is 20 kilogram, and F is equal to 20A, and this is the tension, and this is a block of mass 3 kilogram, weight 3 kilogram, and 30 Newton force is applied on it, and force of friction 3A, and tension T. This is kinetic force of kinetic friction. This is also tension in the string. What is the acceleration of the block and trolley system? What is the acceleration of the block and trolley system shown in the figure? If the coefficient of kinetic friction between trolley and surface, coefficient of kinetic friction between trolley and surface, that is Fk is 0.4 Coefficient of kinetic friction between trolley and surface is 0.04. 0.04. What is the tension in the string? Take G 10 meter per second square, and value of G is 10 meter per second square. Neglect mass of the string. Here we see in the diagram 3 kilogram block and 20 kilogram block, 3 kilogram block and 20 kilogram trolley. Both have same magnitude of acceleration A. 3 kilogram block and 20 kilogram trolley have same magnitude of acceleration A. First we draw free body diagram. We draw free body diagram. That is, this is the force of kinetic friction, and this is the tension, and this is free body diagram for 20 kilogram weight, and free body diagram for 3 kilogram. This is the tension T and a force of 30 Newton. Force F is equal to 30 Newton. We have seen that 3 kilogram block and 20 kilogram block have same magnitude of the acceleration A. We draw the free body diagram. Now applying Newton's second law, of motion to free body diagram of W is equal to 20 kilogram. Applying Newton second law for free body diagram for W is equal to 20 kg. What we see here, T minus Fk is equal to 20A. T minus Fk is equal to 20A. We know Fk is equal to mu k into R. This is equal to mu k into mg. What is the value of mu k? 0.04 into mass 20 kilogram and g 10 meter per second square. Then it will become Fk is equal to 8 Newton. Then this equation will become T minus Fk is equal to write the value of Fk here. We will put the value of Fk. This is 8 Newton is equal to 20A. Suppose this is my first equation. Now we will apply free body diagram for W is equal to 3 kilogram. This become, and that is 30 minus T is equal to 3. 30 minus T is equal to 3A. Suppose this is my equation second. Now we will add equation first and equation second. We will add equation first and equation second. Adding equation first and second, then cancel t cancel because here is minus t, here is plus t, and 30 minus 8, that is 22 is equal to 23A. 23A, from here A is equal to 22 upon 23. A is equal to 22 upon 23. This is equal to, when we divide, we get 0.96 meter per second square. 0.96 meter per second square. We will put the value of A in equation first. Put value of A in equation first. We get t minus 8 is equal to 20 into 22 upon 23. T minus 8, or we can see this is equation first, is equal to t minus 8 is equal to, we can write here 0.96 in place of 22 upon 23, that is 20 into 0.96. Thus we get T is equal to 8 plus 20 into 0.96, that is, when we multiply 20 by 0.96, we get T is equal to 27.2 Newton. Then tension in the string is 27.2 Newton. Now we will discuss next problem. Our next problem is a block of mass 2 kilogram. A block of mass 2 kilogram placed on the floor. The coefficient of friction static friction is 0.4. Coefficient of static friction, this is question number 3rd. Coefficient of static friction is 0.4 and mass of the block is 2 kilogram. Mass of the block is 2 kilogram. We can draw the diagram. This is a block and here force is applied. A block of mass 2 kilogram is placed on the floor. The coefficient of static friction is 0.4. Coefficient of static friction is 0.4. A force of 2.5 Newton, that is F, is equal to 2.5 Newton is applied on the block as shown in the figure. Calculate force of friction between the block and the floor, and here G is equal to 9.8 meter per second square. We have to calculate force of friction between block and the floor. We know mu s is equal to Fs upon R and Fs is equal to mu s into R. Fs is equal to mu s into mg. What is the value of mu s? 0.4 and mass of the block 2 and 9.8. We get 7.84. 7.84. We get what we see here. Capital F is less than Fs. F is less than Fs. So block does not move. Therefore, static friction is, since static friction is a self-adjusting friction, it must be equal to 2.5 Newton. Static friction is self-adjusting friction. It must be equal to 2.5 Newton. This is our third numerical. Now we will discuss next numerical, that is numerical number 4. Our numerical number 4. First we draw the diagram. A block A of mass 4 kg is placed on another block B of mass 5 kg. A block of mass 5 kg is placed, block of mass 4 kg is placed. This is M2 is equal to 5 kg. This is block A and this is block B. A block A of mass 4 kg is placed on another block B of mass 5 kg, and the block B rests on a smooth horizontal surface. Block B rests on a smooth horizontal surface. Block A of mass 4 kg and block B of mass 5 kg is placed on a smooth horizontal surface. For sliding block A and B, a horizontal force of 12 Newton is required. This means force applied on block A, force applied on block A, that is, this force is equal to 12 Newton. How much maximum force can be applied on block B so that both A and B move together. Also find out acceleration produced by this force. Now we will read again this question. A block A of mass 4 kg is placed on another block B of mass 5 kg and the block B rests on a smooth horizontal table. For sliding block A on B, a horizontal force of 12 Newton is required to be applied on A. How much maximum force can be applied on B so that both A and B move together? Also find out acceleration produced by this force. We see force applied on block A. To move it is 12 Newton. This force must be equal to the kinetic friction applied on A by B. This force must be equal to kinetic friction applied on A by B. We know this force, this is the force of kinetic friction. Thus we can write F is equal to Fk is equal to 12 Newton and Fk is equal to mu k into R. This is equal to 12 Newton. R12 is equal to mu k. R is equal to mg. R is equal to m1g. Here m1g. 12 is equal to mu k. And what is the mass of block m1? This is m1. Thus 12 is equal to mu k into 4g. Mu k into 4g. Then what will be value of mu k? 12 upon 4g, that is 3 upon g. Mu k is equal to 3 upon g. To move A and B together, maximum force F is required to apply it on B. To move A and B together, maximum force F applied on B. We want to move A and B together, therefore we have to apply maximum force on B. Thus we can write F is equal to frictional force applied on A by B. Thus F is equal to frictional force applied on A by B plus frictional force applied on B by A. Frictional force applied on B by A. To move A and B together, maximum force F applied on B, this is equal to frictional force applied on A by B plus frictional force applied on B by A. That is, this force is equal to F is equal to म्यू के m1g प्लस म्यू के m2g. We will take common. Thus f is equal to, take mu k here common, is become m1 plus m2 into g. Now f is equal to mu k. What is the value of mu k? 3 upon g, and mass 4 kilogram plus 5 kilogram. 4 plus 5 into g. We will cancel g. F is equal to 27 Newton. Also acceleration A is equal to F upon m1 plus m2. A F 27 Newton upon 4 plus 5. A is equal to 27 upon 9. A is equal to 3 meter per second square. Thus 3 meter per second acceleration is required to move the both block together. Now we will discuss our next question, next numerical. Our next numerical is, this is very important question for the examination point of view. This is very important question. Our next question, an aeroplane required for a takeoff. An aeroplane required for takeoff a speed of 80 km per hour. Now initial speed of the aeroplane u0, but v 80 km per hour. When we change km per hour in meter per second, we will multiply by 5 by 18. That is 80 into 5 by 18. 2 9 या 2 40 या 200 upon 9. An aeroplane requires for a takeoff speed of 80 km per hour. The run on the ground being 100 meter. The run on the ground being 100 meter. The mass of the aeroplane is 10,000 kilogram. Mass of the aeroplane 10,000 kilogram. And coefficient of friction between plane and ground is 0.2. Coefficient of friction between plane and ground is 0.2. Assume that plane accelerate uniformly. Assume that plane accelerate uniformly during the takeoff. What is the maximum force required by engine of the plane for takeoff? First we have to calculate acceleration by Newton's third equation of motion. We know v square is equal to u square plus 2as. Value of v 200 upon 9 square is equal to 0 plus 2a and s 100 meter. That is 200 into 200 upon 81 into 200 is equal to a. Thus a is equal to 200 upon 81 meter per second square. Acceleration is 200 upon 81 meter per second square. Force required to produce this acceleration. Force required to produce this acceleration. Force required to produce this acceleration F1 is equal to m into a, and value of m 10,000 and acceleration 2000 upon 81. We get 2.4. When we solve this, it is equal to 2.47 into 10 power 4 Newton. 2.47 into 10 power 4 Newton. Now we will find force required to overcome friction. Force required to overcome friction. Force required to overcome friction. This is equal to F2 is equal to mu into R. F2 is equal to mu into R, which is equal to mu into R. This is mg. Now, what is the value of friction? 0.2, and mass of the aeroplane 10,000, and acceleration due to gravity, which is equal to 9.8. When we will solve this, again we get 1.96 into 10 power 4 Newton. Now we will find force required to take off. Force required to take off. Force required to take off. F is equal to F1 plus F2. Value of F1 is 2.47 into 10 power 4 plus F2 1.96 into 10 power 4. We take common 10 power 4. F is equal to 2.47 plus 1.96 into 10 power 4. We get F is equal to 4.43 into 10 power 4 Newton. 4.43 into 10 power 4 Newton force is required to the aeroplane to take off. 4.43 Newton force into 10 power 4 is required to the aeroplane to take off. Now we will discuss next question, next numerical. Our next numerical is numerical number 6. a bucket of water is rotated in a vertical circle so that surface of water is at a distance r from the axis of the rotation. What is the minimum angular velocity so that water does not spill out? A bucket of water is rotated in a vertical circle so that surface of water at a distance r from the axis of rotation. What is the minimum angular velocity? What is the minimum angular velocity so that the water does not spill out? For water does not spill out, weight of water is equal to centrifugal force. For water not spill, out, weight of water is equal to centrifugal force. Weight of water, that is mg, centrifugal force mv square upon r. We will cancel here. V square is equal to gr. V square is equal to gr. We can, since V is equal to r omega, then r square omega square is equal to g into r. Omega square is equal to g r upon r square. Cancel r. Omega square is equal to g upon r. Omega is equal to under root g upon r. Thank you.